On your radio, on TV, and online. This is The Bill Press Show.
Hey, you got it 33 minutes after the hour now. It's Wednesday morning, January 29. This is the morning after the State of the Union, and that's what we're mainly talking about here on the program this morning, coming to you live from our nation's capital, our studio on Capitol Hill, just down the street from the United States Capitol building. And we are brought to you today by the good men and women of AFSCME. You know, they are the largest public employee and healthcare workers union in the entire country under President Lee Saunders, doing great work, making America happen. And you can find out more about their good work at AFSCME.org, AFSCME.org, on your local progressive talk radio station, and on Free Speech TV, and on our video stream at TawkrTV. We're there with you this morning, and we are joined by one of the members of the House who was there in the chamber last night with President Obama, a freshman member of the House from the state of Nevada, Congressman Steven Horsford. Congressman, nice to meet you and great to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Bill. Great to be on your show.
How's Congress so far? Huh?
Congress is great. You know, this is a great honor and a privilege to serve the people of Nevada's 4th Congressional District. I count it as an honor and a blessing every day to have the opportunity to serve as their representative. And last night was one of those nights that reminded me just how grateful I am that the people of Nevada elected me to serve them as their representative.
Well, I want you to know, I consider it an honor to visit Las Vegas, too, Congressman, as often as I'm going to be out there early March.
Good.
For a couple of days, and looking forward to it.
Have a great time, and don't worry, whatever you lose, 50% of that goes to public education in Nevada. So
I feel so bad about it now.
And
I'm just going out there to help the children.
Right.
You know?
And is it really true that what happens in Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas?
It's a slogan that has gotten us 40 million visitors a year and counting. So it's a great brand. You know, we are a great place to come and enjoy a personal vacation, to have a convention, and our economy's on the rebound. We're still, you know, not where we want to be. We still have high unemployment, but in the gaming tourism sector, things are coming back. So come and see all the new attractions that Las Vegas has to offer.
All right, I'll do my best. I'll spend as much as I can in 2 days. So, what do you think? Did the president deliver last night?
The president absolutely delivered. He delivered on a focus around an economic agenda for the middle class, and to remind people that the workforce has changed and continues to change. Women now make up 50% of the workforce, and yet they're not receiving equal pay for equal work. And as the president said in 2014, that's an embarrassment. Mm-hmm. And we do have legislation. That was
a very powerful part of the speech last night.
It was for me, and I think it is for the millions of Americans, of women in America who are getting paid 77 cents for every dollar that a man gets paid for doing the same work.
Yeah. Let's just take it. Here's the president last night on that point.
That is wrong. And in 2014, it's an embarrassment. Women deserve equal pay for equal work.
Yeah, that was very, and he really brought people to the feet with that, at least the Democrats to the feet with that last night. I was saying earlier, Congresswoman Rosa DeLauro, whom you know, of course, lives on the Hill, and she's a frequent guest here in the studio. She was up on her feet last night leading the cheer. She was really great. Yeah.
Well, it's the When Women Succeed, America Succeeds agenda that the House Democrats have outlined. I'm a co-sponsor on a number of key bills with representatives like my good friend and colleague, Congresswoman DeLauro, because it's the right thing to do for women, for families, and for the American economy. More than 40% of the households in America now are led by women. And when they are earning more, that helps them provide for themselves and their family. And in households like mine, where my wife works, her making more helps our family be able to meet our obligations. And so this is the right thing to do. The fact that Democrats have been calling for this, and yet Speaker Boehner and the House Republicans refuse to bring forward a bill in 2014 to ensure that women can get paid the same as men is unconscionable to me.
Right. So I was surprised. I think we saw a kind of a feisty Barack Obama last night that we haven't always seen, which I loved. And a couple of times when he really sort of got in their face. And the one time where he talked about on the Affordable Care Act again, here's a quick clip where the president said, here's what we don't need.
If you have specific plans to cut costs, cover more people, increase choice, tell America what you do differently. Let's see if the numbers add up.
That was a good point. I like that.
But let's not have another 40-something votes to repeal a law that's already helping millions of Americans like Amanda.
This is bad.
Yeah. Now, of course, John Boehner did not stand up and applaud at that line. But it's true. I mean, they're just wasting their time thinking Obamacare is going to go away, right?
We had another one this week around abortion rights and the effect of that issue on the Affordable Care Act. It's nonsensical that when a bill that provides a guarantee that if you have a pre-existing condition that you will no longer be denied insurance in this country, a bill that ensures that insurance companies can no longer cap your medical cost despite the illnesses that you may have.
Right, or drop you because of.
Or drop you. And another issue that affects women, women were being discriminated against, paying higher rates simply because of their gender. Those all have ended now under the Affordable Care Act. And I am one of those who want to work to make the Affordable Care Act work better. In my state, there are challenges with the implementation, but we want to work together to make it work, not 40-some votes to repeal, delay, or obstruct it. And I have many, many constituents in the state of Nevada who are getting health care for the first time. Our state has over 21% of our population is uninsured. A third of them are children.
Right.
So with the expansion of Medicaid and the opportunity to now buy private insurance, it's a great opportunity for a lot of Americans.
Did the president do the right thing by raising the minimum wage for federal workers by executive action? I mean, some of the Republicans were complaining, oh, no, executive order. We got the Constitution, man. It's our job to pass the bills. It's not his job to sign them.
Well, look, no matter what the president does, they complain when he wakes up in the morning because no matter what he does, they have a criticism for it. Meanwhile, the House Republicans are the do-nothing Congress. They have accomplished nothing under their majority except to obstruct the president. And what he said is, I'm willing to work with you. And I do agree. Increasing the federal minimum wage to $10.10 is the right thing to do. In my home state of Nevada, our minimum wage is $1 more than whatever the federal minimum wage is with the cost of a CPI for inflation. So we recognize that you have to pay people a living wage. And $7.25 at a time when CEOs are making record profits, companies have more money on their balance sheets than ever before, they can afford to pay their workers more to lift them out of poverty so that they're not as reliant on government programs. If Republicans really believe their rhetoric, then let's pay American workers a fair and decent wage so that they don't have to live in poverty and rely on the social safety net programs that are there.
But here's what I don't understand. Some of those, you got those people in your district, Congressman. I don't care whether they're Tea Party Republicans or not. There are a lot of these people who are struggling to get by on the minimum wage, working a full-time job and yet living in poverty. Those people are also in Republican districts, right? Yes. I mean, and when President Obama last night said, I had made a note in my own watching the speech. Mm-hmm. He said, "Let's give America a raise," and John Boehner doesn't even applaud. I mean, how can you be against that? I don't get it. Right. Again, their constituents need it as much as yours do.
Everybody deserves a raise. America deserves a raise. And I agree, it's time to give America a raise. What's astonishing, as you said, is they have no problem with corporate success with CEO success for the top 1%, they'll applaud and say that that is very much a part of the American dream. And I have nothing against successful people, but we also need to have an American economic agenda that's focused on the middle class, who are the true engines of our economy, the ones who are the consumers and that allow our economy to thrive. And that's really what the president's message was all about. I thought the most effective line of the night was when he said, "You are either helping or hindering the progress of America." And there are a lot of Republicans, particularly the Tea Party ideologues, who are hindering America's progress.
They came here for that purpose. They almost are upfront about it. Yeah, they don't want anything to happen. The best of Nevada, the best of Las Vegas, Harry Reid and Steven Horsford, not Sheldon Adelson. Forget him. We don't want him around at all. But the good congressman here in studio with us, ready to take your calls. We'll continue to talk about the State of the Union. You watched it. What did you think? Did you hear everything you were hoping to hear from this president? I thought it was very powerful, very upbeat, very strong, progressive agenda he laid out last night. 866-55-PRESS is the toll-free number. We'll be right back.
Seen on Free Speech TV and online on TawkrTV. This is the Bill Press Show.
Here we go at 13 minutes. 12 minutes now, make it, before the top of the hour. Congressman Dan Kildee from Michigan will join us at the top of the hour together with Jamal Simmons, Democratic strategist. Congressman Kildee's colleague, Steven Horsford, Congressman from Nevada, Nevada's 4th District, here in the studio with us now. Again, Congressman, great to have you here.
Thanks, Bill.
Everybody, member Congress, there's not a lot of room in that chamber. I mean, on the floor, everybody's crowded in, and then in the galleries, there's not a lot of room. So every member of Congress gets to invite one guest. Your guest last night? Except for the president. The president, obviously, he had some wonderful, wonderful people there with the First Lady last night. Who did you invite?
I invited a constituent from Nevada, an out-of-work constituent. Her name is Tamika Woods. She is an electrical worker with the IBEW in Las Vegas. Because of the high unemployment in the construction sector, working with Congressman Levin, several colleagues and I brought constituents from our home states who've been affected by the loss of unemployment insurance benefits to kind of bring a voice and a perspective and a face to the 1.6 million Americans, 1.7 now if Congress doesn't act this week, who've now lost their unemployment insurance benefits because of the failure of Congress to act to extend those vital bridges till people can get back on their feet.
It's too bad the president can't do that by executive order, right?
Well, again, this is one of these.
Some of those people are in Republican Tea Party districts.
Unemployment workers, unemployment people are everywhere, in every district across America, rural or urban, blue or red, purple districts like mine, and everything in between. People are unemployed and they need their Congress to act on their behalf. This is the first time in decades that Congress has not acted to extend uninsurance benefits. In my home state of Nevada, 20,000 people now have lost uninsurance benefits. And as Tamika told me, she's an electrical worker. Okay, she's used to working. Yeah. She's been in the trade for 13 years. She's a non-traditional person in the trade, a woman in the trade who went through the program through apprenticeship, which the president talked a little bit about last night. She wants to work, but right now, in Las Vegas at least, the construction jobs simply are not there at the level they were. She told me before they used to send out 200 to 300 people a day for jobs.
Whoa.
Now they're sending 6 to 7 people out a day based on what's available. That's no fault of her or her coworkers. It's just a reality of the industry in the construction sector in Nevada.
But it's so important, as you say, to put faces on these people so that people get to know them and hear their stories and which belies this Republican comments that these are just lazy, good-for-nothings who take their unemployment check and then don't go look for a job. Just the opposite.
And when you hear that story, it really drives home just how silly it is when people bring reality TV show stars like Duck Dynasty to the State of the Union, when like this is the face of someone who really needs to hear what the president has to say. You could really point out to the president, here's someone that needs your help, as opposed to a millionaire who is on television. Yeah,
please don't let them turn the State of the Union into another White House Correspondents' Dinner where you invite your silliest celebrity. Congressman, a lot of callers, if we can say hello to, here's Mike from Shepherdstown, West Virginia. Hi, Mike.
Good morning, Bill. Good morning, Congressman. Great job, guys. Just real quick, I love this speech. My father taught me something. God bless his soul. I miss him so much. Have the courage of your convictions. And I believe our president has the courage of his convictions.
I think you showed that last night, Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. That's
an
excellent comment. He was really, Congressman, he was so upbeat last night, right? And I say a couple times, he just got in their face, right? Come on, let's not waste time with the 44 repeal votes, right?
Well, we do know where the president stands. We know where the majority of those of us in the House Democratic Caucus stand and the Senate Democrats stand. We stand with the American people and the middle class who are struggling to survive. People are on the brink right now. And the president talked about that. He talked about the need to have economic policies that are focused on them, and he is ready to fight for it. And I am glad that he said that he will work with Congress around these issues, but where Congress fails to act, that he will use the power of his pen and his phone to get things done that he has the authority to get done. And if the Congress fails to act, we need someone to act, because that ultimately is what the American people expect, is action from their government.
All right, Congress, do you have a website?
Please visit me, StevenHorsford.com, Twitter at Rep Horsford.
Okay.
And, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here.
No, I'm glad you came in as a rising young star in the Congress here, so check out the website and keep in touch with him. And you've only been there a year, but you already have a re-election this year, don't you?
There's always a re-election, but I'm focused on the people, serving the people of Nevada's 4th. I'm honored to be here. We have a lot of work to do, but we're going to keep fighting. And as that last caller just said, hold to our convictions, the core values of what we stand for, and that's all about people.
All right, you got it. Hey, Congress, it's so good to meet you. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you again soon.
This is the Bill Press Show.